All right, today we're going to run through the operation and controls of a Toro STX26. It is a walk-behind track machine, a stump grinder, Toro stump grinder. Has a 19-inch disc on it with, I believe, about 12 set of teeth. So if we'll come to the back of the machine, we'll just give you a quick rundown on operation and how she works. So we'll start off with the controls over here to my left. It is electric start, so we just have our key that we would use to start the engine. From here we have our throttle, and then on the right side of that we have our choke. This right here in the center, that's going to be your drive. So you'll push this forward to go forward, you'll pull it backwards to go backwards, and you'll turn the machine. If you want to turn left, you'll push the right side of the controls up. If you want to turn right, you'll push the left side of the controls up. All right, this control lever here on my far right, that's going to operate the boom that's connected to the grinding wheel. All right, this lever has 4 different functions. It has a forwards, a backwards, and a side to side, as well as a trigger on the front of it and a button on the top. Now the trigger and the button are only needed when you go to engage the wheel itself. The other 4 functions can be operated without pressing or holding the button. To control it, if I were to pull back on the lever, the boom goes up. If I push forward on the lever, the boom goes down. If I move the lever to the left, the boom swings to the left. And if I move the lever to the right, the boom swings to the right. Now you'll notice when I'm controlling this that it has minimal swing to the left, but a lot of swing to the right. So when you're setting up to grind a stump, you always want to set up close or near to the left side of that stump, so you can make sure that your right swing can cover as much stump as possible. Okay, to engage the cutter wheel, we want to make sure that the machine is throttled up to at least 3/4 or full if you like, but it does have to be throttled up. If you try to engage the grinding wheel with the engine at idle, it will not provide enough power and the engine will shut off. So again, make sure we're at least 3/4 on the way up on the throttle, and then we'll squeeze the trigger and press the button on top. Once that wheel engages, you can then release the button and just make sure you keep the trigger held. So then at that point you can control the forward and backwards and left to right motions. At any time, if you were to let go of that trigger, the grinder wheel will stop turning. This machine does take regular unleaded gasoline, and you just fill that right here on the left side of the machine. As far as taking the piece of equipment off the trailer, on each side of your ramp you do have a piece of flat bar. You just have a linch pin holding that in place. So you'll simply remove the linch pin, slide the flat bar off, do the same thing to the opposite side, and then that will lower your ramp. Now just behind the machine, running across the back of it, you have 2 pieces of square tubing that's split in the center, and they have a pin that holds those 2 together. So you'll remove the pin, slide those 2 pieces of square tubing apart all the way to this point right here on both sides, and then at that point you can simply drive the machine off the back of the trailer.